Start of a new adventure. This is a blueberry trail. Here's the trail itself. There's the road. I think it's 5 clicks to get to the end of it, but I think it's undrivable as far as I hear. And back here we've got the parking area. Food storage boxes. There is a place to hang food, a place to tie up your horses, and this sign is gone derelict in a very short time. Last time I was here, it was quite a nice piece of architecture. Here's my wreck. The place is full. It's like an old gravel pit back here, and some industrious souls put up a tarp. Early morning, Blueberry Lake. This is an absolutely stunning place in the sunshine. Right now it's really clouded over. We've had rain showers all night. The forecast is wrong again. Surprise, surprise. Anyway, here's the camp I chose. The main camp most people use. There's several tents there already, so I knew about this small horse camp, and there's the teepee. Got a little bit of a fire going. Still just finishing breakfast, coffee. So here we are, headed northbound on the GDT. That's basically where we're going, right up in there. Rained fairly heavily last night. Still lots of cloud. So the plan is to get around the shoulder of this big chunk of rock. Here's the trail. We're just going to go over the shoulder of it here, I think. This sure is a beauty spot for some reason. It's very, very captivating. Quite the view of those mountains. Alright, we did make it around the corner here, over the shoulder of this chunk. And wow, pretty impressive. So that's the Jackpine below us, and that's where I'm headed. Jackpine Ford. Finally made it down here. Some of that trail is real greasy. I had one fairly significant hard fall, but I survived it. A couple other slips and stumbles. But anyway, gotta like it going downhill. Glad to be here. So now we're going to go upriver and see how far we can get tonight. So after that first ford, it wasn't very long, and I ended up coming over to this side again. Anyway, I guess this is the unofficial alternate trail now of the GDT. So there doesn't seem to be too much flagging or markers or anything, so I'm following the Moose Highway. Let's see how far that takes us. Looks like a lot of clear open space ahead, so I think it'll work out fine. Morning of day 3. Rained pretty heavily last night. This is the Jackpine River. We camped right in the start of this canyon, so I think I've overshot my my turn, but we'll figure it out. And there's really a rough spot, barely enough room to get my tent down. Alright, we made it to, I believe, the Chown Glacier. It's overcast, as you can see. It's pouring rain. I got here, I finally cut the trail on this side of the river back a ways, but I bushwhacked from where I was for a good maybe 2.5 hours, and got around that canyon area and came down, and pretty much right away got across and found the trail. Anyway, I'm gonna have a quick break here and then somehow find trail up there. So there we are, right up personal. That is raging. However, I was able to cross. It was no deeper than my knee. Over here you can get a little bit of a glimpse of the glacier. Now I gotta find the trail going up Jackpine Pass. So here's camp. We're still below the Chown Glacier area, which actually got a little bit of snow on top of it last night. I couldn't find a defined trail, so I ended up, I think I looked for 4 hours. I went up and down here, and yeah, this is where I ended up for the night, which is just as good. That's the route. Absolutely a better view of the glacier from up here. Wow. Just off to the side here is this drainage. It's basically the trail follows, and there is some good tread in there, but there's also some really difficult willows. Anyway, we're getting close to the top. Okay, we're right on top of Bess Pass. That's where we came from. That's headed over towards Blueberry Lake on the other side of this. And there's that mountain range. Pretty stunning. There's the big guy Robson, I believe. And this is looking northbound, or southbound, pardon me. And right over here is this big guy. Yeah, it's kind of a gloomy morning here down on the Chown Flats, River Flats, Creek Flats, whatever. This is where I ended up camping for the night. Not a bad little spot. Great view over there. I wish I'd have got some pictures last night before it got dark, but I was too busy. And there's this monster mountain right here. Kind of just waiting for the sun to come out in full force. It's 6 o'clock. I left the bottom of the Chown down there at noon, and this is how far we've come today. So right here is where you can see where the water all meets together and goes through that little kind of port there. That's where I was. It's been a long grunt to get up here. Alright, we made it to the Jackpine campground from Chown yesterday. I'm all packed up, ready to go, and of course it's raining again. Anyway, it's a really good little campsite. It's even got a green throne. There's places to hitch up your horses. Water's right here. There's a couple of big trees here to give you some protection. There's an axe and a shovel. Yeah, real great place to have a pit stop for sure. Well, here we are on Jackpine Pass again. We're headed to Blueberry Lake, and this view just doesn't get tiring. Wow, that's just incredible. Anyway, we're headed up here. Okay, finally got a chance to put on a good warm jacket. I froze my arse off. Torrential downpour coming up here, and just another view of where we are, and there's that ice field again from a different view from way up top here of Jackpine Mountain. So I'm trying to work my way over to Blueberry Lake. I really shouldn't have been up here. It was thunder, lightning, and I don't have a map of the route. So anyway, we seem to be doing fine, and onward we go. Alright, the sun's out again. This is awesome. So that's looking down the Jackpine Valley, headed northbound, and I just came down a really sketchy part just around the corner of this. I lost a tread back there, so I ended up down here, and now I'm just going to go up to the top of this ridge, and I think I'll have a good idea of exactly where I am. Guess what? It's raining again! Anyway, I've kind of freelanced my way here, and I am so glad to see this, because I'm about 2 hours away from dark, and really tired. So Blueberry Lake is within sight. Alright, Blueberry Lake. Just got to go down the mountainside here. Maybe another half an hour I'll be down there at camp. Stunning views, I'm telling you. This is an unbelievable area. And this Jackpine Mountain's got all kinds of little abnormal, and well, not abnormal, but just weird facets to it. Anyway, and it's huge. All packed up, last camp of the trip. It just poured rain all night. Everything I have is wet. I had to using Mylar bivvy to stay warm. I was I was shivering for a while there. Anyway, yesterday's hike was incredibly tough. I'm glad I made it. Really happy I did so well without any navigation. Basically, I had one rudimentary map and that was it. So yeah, if you do the hike, there's not a whole lot of there's some markers out there, but very few in certain spots. It's tough going. Anyway, glad that's over with. Section of the Blueberry Trail. After that heavy rain, it is just mud for quite a few kilometers here in this one stretch that's near the river. So yeah, it's not going as well as I hoped to get out. It's a lot slower. Anyway, I've had a couple slips, but only one fall. Seemed to be alright, everything's okay, so we'll just keep on slugging through. At the end of this video, I just wanted to clarify a couple things because I didn't really explain it or show it very well. And one of the things was, yeah, I got to the Chown and I just couldn't find my way across. It was just too deep and fast. It's extremely pushy, high velocity creek. Even though it's braided in many places, it was tough that day. There's so much rain. But that's the way it goes. So the other thing was I kept talking about ball being on Bess Pass, and I wasn't really on Bess Pass. I was a little bit inaccurate. I was more on the shoulder of Bess Mountain, so I call it Bess Shoulder. So yeah, that one straighten that out, and yeah, I was really happy with the hike in terms of getting to where I wanted to be, and without any maps. I mean, I had a couple of maps that had a little bit of a snippet of the trail I was on, but so yeah, I was quite happy with how I was able to navigate around. Yeah, so that's about it.